Hello, fellow Schneider drivers. Friendly Bill coming at you. This is going to be a quick video about freedom. People get into trucking because they want the freedom. The American dream. Working when they want, going where they want, how they want, sleeping when they want, eating when they want, doing whatever they want. I am just a Schneider driver. I do not represent Schneider as a whole. I am just a driver. I represent myself, Friendly Bill, Sir Wilhelm of Yonderland. That is me, and I speak for myself, and I don't speak for Schneider. I speak for myself. So, freedom! Okay, as a company driver, and you know, as a company driver for Schneider, we work very, very hard. My goal is always to work 70 hours a week, but given loading times, unloading, and all those other things, it's probably more like 100 hours a week that I work. And that's just how I like to operate. I like to max it out. I'm out here on the road, I'm OTR, I stay out for a month at a time, and I'm not out here to sightsee. I'm not out here to explore. However, I do a fair share of exploring. Once the truck is parked, I like to go for hikes, but I'm not out here for kicks. I'm out here to make the green so I can pay my child support. I can save up money for whatever I want, and so I can also have money for when I get my kids at the end of every month, that we can do whatever we want, and we have a great time doing that. So I have enough money, but I like to work my ass off when I'm out here. If I am sitting, I do not feel good about that. I don't like taking extra time off to do things. Now I have time. You shut down at the end of the day, and you have to sit for 10 hours. I like to go for hikes. I do have a bicycle, and let's say if I'm in Las Vegas, and Schneider drivers, that there are Schneider drop lots in the Vegas area. You can drop the truck, you can go to a truck stop, and I get my bicycle out, and I will ride my bicycle down the strip, and it is awesome. Okay, so there is some leeway. We do have some freedom, but it's the freedom that you make yourself. You are able to kind of work your schedule to the way you want. For instance, if you like driving at night, all you have to do is work your NATs, your next available time to work, for the night. And if you like working during the day, like I do, I prefer to work during the day. You can adjust your clock. However, there are times when there are loads assigned to you that will disrupt this. Maybe you have a pickup that's all of a sudden you have to pick it up at 10 at night. Okay, you're going to be a night driver now until you get that schedule readjusted. And when you're given loads, you're expected to complete those loads. Personally, I have never refused a load in 4 years. I don't know if that's the norm or not. I don't refuse loads. I do my job as it's requested of me, and that's me. I don't know if that's typical or not. I think some folks refuse loads. I don't know how often it happens. I don't know that information. Like I said, I'm just a driver just like you. So I don't know how that works. If somebody is refusing a lot of loads, I don't know what the ramifications of that are. Personally, when I worked the Northeast, I got sent to New York, and I did it. Out here in the West, I get sent to Los Angeles all the time, and I do it. But I've heard stories about people refusing to go to New York or refusing to go to certain places, and I just don't know how that works. I mean, the rest of us, if the rest of us are doing it, why do some of us get special treatment if we just decide, I don't want to go to New York? I don't know how that works exactly, but like I said, I'm just a driver. So freedom. We do have limited freedom as company drivers. Of course, when you're assigned a load, you're expected to make the pickup time and the delivery time. So you have a little bit of leeway. Of course, you can decide where you stop to go to the bathroom, where you stop to get some food or whatever you need. But you are also expected to get the loads picked up and delivered on time. So there is some freedom as company drivers, but I don't know if it's what people actually expect when they become company drivers. You know, I think that they may be surprised at the amount of work that they are expected to do. And I personally max out my clock. That's how I like to run. I don't know if that's the same with everybody. I think maybe some people don't want to work that hard. They don't want to work more than 8 hours, and they, you know, I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but there is some freedom. The freedom that I really enjoy, however, is the freedom that I have, my freedom of thought. So what does that mean? Well, of course, you have to trip plan, and you have to do your pre-trips and post-trips, and you have to do a lot of things. You have to operate the tablet. So you're working, but once you have your load and you have your trip plan and you're out on the open road, while you're driving, of course, you're operating safely, you're checking your mirrors, and you're not daydreaming. You are focusing on driving, but you do have freedom of thought. And okay, I thought they were done unloading me. Freedom of thought. So yeah, you're not daydreaming, but you can think about what you want to think about. You can listen to whatever you want to listen to, whether it's books on tape, documentaries, you want to listen to music. You have the freedom to soak up whatever information that you choose to soak up. And there's a lot of freedom in that. So for personally, I like to listen to documentaries, and the subject matter varies. I've listened to absolutely everything from quantum physics to you know, the social dynamic of ant colonies. You know, whatever it may be, I just love to soak up all kinds of information. Of course, like I said, I'm not daydreaming. I'm driving safely, but I get to soak up whatever I want, and I do enjoy that. And of course, once I'm shut down, I talk to my kids at night. So, freedom. As a new driver, you have to understand that you are not going to be able to choose where you go and when you go. You're going to be assigned loads that may take you to places that you don't want to go. That's part of the job. And as you get more experience, you'll get more and more comfortable. For instance, my first time to New York was a lot more stressful than my 15th time to New York. So once you get over that hill, once you deliver to New York and you get a little experience, then it's not such a big deal. You're not going to be able to avoid tough situations your entire life. You're going to have to face these tough situations. And once you do, once you get experience, everything will be easier. You'll have more confidence. So, freedom. What does it mean to you? You can tell me in the comments. But owner-operators, they have a different kind of freedom. Yes, they can choose what loads they want to take. Yes, they can choose when they want to go home. They can choose things, but at the same time, they have less freedom, because being an owner-operator, I would say the amount of work that goes into being an owner-operator as to a company driver is triple or quadruple. So your mind isn't going to be as free. Your mind is going to be completely consumed with fuel costs and maintenance and all the things that come with being an owner-operator. So there's a trade-off. It depends on what kind of freedom you're after. Right now, I like being a company driver. I have financial responsibilities, child support, and other responsibilities that I need a consistent paycheck. So I'm not after so much getting the big paycheck once in a while, as much as consistent good paychecks. That's me. You know, I salute owner-operators. You know, it takes cojones to take that risk. And I respect owner-operators and lease operators, you know. And I'll be there eventually. I'm not in a position where I feel comfortable taking risks right now. I have financial responsibilities, like I said, that don't care if the truck isn't rolling. Those things don't change if I get sick and have to, park or whatever it may be. I need a consistent paycheck, so company driving is for me, and I like not worrying so much about my financial situation. So there are different kinds of freedom in trucking. Before you make a leap into owner operating or leasing or even becoming a truck driver, really get as much information as humanly possible, and don't just listen to the information that affirms what you want to hear. Don't just listen to videos that say, oh, leasing is the greatest decision I've ever made, and I'm making, $5,000 a week and every week, and really kind of look at these videos with speculation, because not everything on YouTube is true, and a lot of YouTubers will have a really great week, and they only make videos when they have really great weeks. They don't make videos when they have lousy weeks. And if they fail in their lease, or if they go bankrupt, a lot of them won't make videos about that. They only show videos of them being successful. So what happens is, maybe they're going along, everything's great, and then there's a couple weeks and they're not really posting anything, and then they disappear completely. Well, what's happened is they've gone bankrupt, and they are embarrassed and don't want to talk about it on YouTube. So that stuff happens. But freedom is kind of what you make of it. Like I said, when I park for the day, I could just go in the bunk and watch TV, but that to me isn't beneficial. I prefer to explore the neighborhood, go for a walk, get some exercise, but like I said, I'm just a driver. I'm not telling anybody, I'm just giving suggestions, and do what you want, but know that there are trade-offs with every situation. Catch you on the flip.